I think everyone should photograph one wedding in their life the same way you should work at least one customer service job in your life. Because you're going to learn something. I'm not a wedding photographer. Never wanted to be one. Look, you're all incredible talents. Creativity mixed with the business sense. It's unmatched. Not for me. But in 2018, my best friend of over 20 years was getting married, and not fully understanding what I was getting myself into, I offered to photograph the day for them. Now, I've talked about finding your style before. Video, link below, card somewhere up around here. But that was more about who you are as a creative. This is about your technical style. How you capture and create images. Through shooting this wedding, I learned that I'm someone who takes a back seat to the action, letting the subject be and capturing them in their best light. I only ever interject when I want them to do something again, or if I know that a small tweak is going to make the frame that much better. That's my style. Like Robert Frank's The Americans, I'm merely capturing what I'm seeing in front of my camera. Unfortunately, that doesn't make me a good wedding photographer. But I knew I wouldn't be good going into it. My only goal was to create lasting images that my friend and his wife would enjoy for years to come and maybe find their way up onto a wall. Understand, there is a reason I am telling you this story. It all makes sense at the end, and why I believe you need to photograph at least one wedding in your life. I started that morning taking some stills on my X100, drinking champagne with the groomsmen. Side note, don't drink when you're photographing a wedding. It seems very unprofessional. I don't know. If you're a wedding photographer, let me know. Do you get wasted while you're shooting weddings? I'm assuming not. I didn't have a plan going into the day, which seems crazy because up until this point, I'd been making a lot of shot lists and pre-production documents. Basically, I knew what went into planning a shoot. I just didn't do it. I had been to weddings. Can't say I paid enough attention onto how the day went, but I figured I knew enough. So I went into that day fully intending on letting autopilot take over. The entire first hour, I struggled. I struggled figuring out what it was I was going to shoot. Plus, I had this impending dread and anxiousness building up inside of me, knowing at one point I was going to have to pose people for portraits, something that I've never been good at, nor do I feel any sense of confidence in. But as I got back into my car to head over to see the bride, I scrolled through the photos I had just taken. I realized I was basically telling a story of that morning. Suddenly, my mindset shifted. I thought if there was a video camera in my hand, something that I was innately comfortable with, how would I go about filming the day? Suddenly, my mindset shifted. And shifting that mindset put the whole day in terms that I could wrap my brain around. Now, I don't know how actual wedding photographers work, but I'd assume there is a documentary aspect to it. At least, that's how I was framing it in my head. From that point on, I began photographing as if I was filming the day, just capturing the action. Over the next few hours and through a rain delay, I photographed the day. Every image was a still that just as easily could have been a B-roll shot. Photographing a wedding proved to me how I like to work and how I work best. It allowed me an opportunity out of my comfort zone and to learn, which I did. I learned that I won't shoot another wedding, but also that I'm more of a fly on the wall, and that's how I capture my best images. So if you've never shot a wedding, I encourage you, try it. I promise you're gonna be stressed. I promise you're gonna question if you even should be allowed to hold a camera. I can also guarantee that you're gonna learn about yourself and the style in which you like to create images. This is important because it's going to allow you to step into future projects with the right mindset and succeed. In the end, I'm proud of what I came back with, and my friends love the images. But on a personal, more selfish level, I became a better filmmaker and photographer because of it. So, if you yourself are a wedding photographer, please let me know down below some of the lessons you've learned from photographing weddings. Or let me know what I've done wrong. Maybe the comments can be a place for others to learn at my expense. In the end, thank you all so much for watching. Love to Tony and Ashley. And until next time,